Yeah, let's go ahead and record. Get one
I
more
have a
drink of
corsage.
coffee.
I do have a corsage.
Fancy.
All right, I'm hitting record.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Remote Bald Move Studios for our 6th annual Baldies Awards. These are the Bald Move Awards. Welcome. These are the process of weeks of deliberations between Jim and I to decide what is the best in Bald Move. Now, that's a crucial point of phrase. If this is your first Baldies Awards, we are not perpetrating to say the best, absolute best in any calendar year. This is the best in Bald Move. This is only based on what we've seen, what we're familiar with, crucially, what we've covered on the podcasts. We have whole categories devoted to things that we might have missed and things that might have been gotten away from us. So we do pay respect to maybe the absolute greats there. But yeah, if you're thinking, well, what about this or what about that? Um, all these have to be released between January 1st, 2021 and December 31st, 2021. And also, we had to do a podcast. And if you're confused about why some of them are on, you wouldn't think, recognize that we consider our premium podcast as well. So there's the whole universe of stuff happening on our off the clock premium show that if you're not a subscriber, you probably are not aware of, and maybe you should fix that. $5 a month, etc. Uh, do we need to say anything else? There's different wrinkles for each individual category. We still haven't heard back from Lin Manuel Miranda about the gala song and dance musical montage. He was supposed to come up for us.
We invited Patrick Stewart, but I'm not sure he even got the request.
Yeah, maybe in 2020 for the 2022 Baldies, we'll have this all together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is there any more ado that we need to get past further, or should we get into our first category?
I think we should get into the categories. I'm excited.
All right. This is we've got we're gonna work our way up to the prestige, drama and actor categories. We're gonna start out with a couple of fun ones, some things that me and Jim are kind of personally curious to know. First is, what is the best Bald Move Christmas? And the nominees are all of the Bald Move Christmases. 2015, the 24 Days of Bald Move Christmas Carol, the infamous booze tree with 48 bottles of airline-sized bottles of booze hung festively from it. And we released the Godfather trilogy as a bonus club gift. In fact, Godfather turned 50 this week, and if you hadn't had a chance to listen to the Godfather podcast, we just re-released it. 2016 was the Badass Christmas, where we featured Rocky IV, Die Hard, Jingle All the Way, all fantastic Christmas movies, and we, for our special Christmas gift, It's a Wonderful Life, the classic. 2017 is the Merry Culkin Keatmas with Home Alone, Jack Frost, Batman Returns, and the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Classic.
That's a great one. 2018 was the much maligned Very Giamatti Christmas, featuring Giamatti films such as All Is Bright, Fred Claus, and Jim and I's fantastic Giamatti's One Man Manger. I don't know. I like that one a lot. 2019, McAllister McClainmas 2 Christmas Harder, featuring Die Hard 2, Home Alone 2, Jingle All the Way 2, and A Christmas Story as the Christmas gift. That was a fun one. 2020, the Merry COVID Christmas, which was very COVID, not very merry, featuring a medley of The Holiday, Lethal Weapon, Elf. Also featured our first Christmas live streams and our first ever Secret Santa gift exchange, bringing us to 2021, the Merry Scary Christmas, featuring Rare Exports, Krampus, Gremlins, and our fantastic audio production, A Very Belter Christmas. Christmas in the Expanse Universe. Jim, I have the golden envelope right here. Let's see what we thought, and let's see what the people thought.
I'm 80% curious what the results are, but I'm 20% curious how long it's going to take us to open envelopes. Because they are actually sealed this year. And they're gold. They're reinforced.
Solid gold. Did I not seal them in previous years?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we did the fake.
Fake maybe I should, because I actually found it hard to find these gold envelopes in the store this year.
Wow.
2021's Bald Move Award for Best Bald Move Christmas. The Bald Move vote is 2018's A Very Giamatti Christmas.
Oh, very
Congratulations.
nice.
Congratulations. Fortunately, Giamatti Man couldn't be here to accept the award. Although he has commented on the project, calling it a very creepy Christmas. So check it out. The community. The Bald Move community, an important voice on this one, selected 2017's Mary Culkin-Keatmas. I mean, that's a great Home Alone
and
the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah, that's a standout.
21%. 21% of the vote. They were all pretty hotly contested. McAllister McClainmas was 18%. Merry Scary Christmas was 17%. 24 Days of Bald Move Christmas with 15%, and then so forth and so on. And everyone's least favorite Christmas, the COVID Christmas. How about that?
Yeah, it didn't have a strong theme.
Yeah. So one of them in the books. Jim, what's our next category?
Next category is this year's best comedy. I hate to say it, but we didn't watch a lot of comedies. We typically, this is a smaller category for us. A lot of people throughout the year watch a lot of comedies. You tend to watch a lot more comedies than I do. I think this year it was pretty evenly split here. But there weren't very many to choose from what we had seen. So this is going to be a pretty short list here. I think actually everybody who made it onto the list made it onto the nominees. So there's that. Let's start off in no particular order here. Rick and Morty season 5. I Think You Should Leave season 2, which if you haven't seen this show, it's a sketch comedy show featuring a man who is full on insane most of the time.
It's true.
Next up is Reservation Dogs. That's a indigenous peoples drama comedy,
coming of age
dramedy. Yeah, it's an interesting show. Certainly outside of our wheelhouse. Ted Lasso season 2, which of course I think by now everybody's heard of Ted Lasso. And finally, What We Do in the Shadows season 3. That's a hilarious vampire show.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to open this envelope. I've got it right here. It's gold.
All right.
It's shiny. It's stuck. Oh, okay. These aren't so bad to open. I was a little worried. And the winner of the 2021 Bald Move Award for Best TV Comedy, Ted Lasso Season 2.
Hey,
with 40% of the vote. The community agrees.
Give it up. Give it up. So we're in sync. We're synced up with our community. 40 percentile synced. That's not bad.
That's a shocking percentage, actually. That's a massive win for Ted Lasso.
What was the top 5 for the Bald Move top 5?
Top 5 of the community?
No, of the Bald Move. I just want to know, if people want to know, what our top 5 comedies were. Is that not on that sheet of paper?
I mean, yes, these are in order. So Ted Lasso is number 1.
Yes.
Number 2 is I Think You Should Leave. 3 is Reservation Dogs. 4 is What We Do in the Shadows. And number 5 is Rick and Morty. With some honorable mentions rounding out the list, there were a few more. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 15.
That stung, because that was a pretty good season.
Yeah. Mythic Quest, season 2, Schmigadoon, and then rounding out the list is Hacks. So, that's good.
What did I Think You Should Leave? Did it get in the top 5 on the community side?
No, it doesn't get even an honorable mention here. No, What We Do in the Shadows.
People.
This is the steep drop off from Ted Lasso, which is 40%.
Sure.
What We Do in the Shadows is 10%. 10%.
It's number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Wow.
Followed by Hacks, Rick and Morty, and Reservation Dogs, all kind of neck and neck there.
People, your homework assignment, if you have any love for me at all, is to go watch I Think You Should Leave. It'll, each season, there's 6 episodes a season. The episodes are 15 minutes long.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need you to do it. I need you to do it right now. If you're 2 episodes in, you don't like it, fine, you're excused. But I think you're going to like it. All right. Let's bring us up to the second biggest disappointment of the year beyond the community not putting I Think You Should Leave in the top 5 best comedy. The biggest disappointment. These are things that we were looking forward to or had every right to be awesome, things can disappoint you, but to be a biggest disappointment, you have to have expectations, and that's
Mhm.
what this category is all about. Things that we had an expectation of, an assured expectation of, and were ripped from us, were delivered in a half-hearted, shitty fashion. The nominees this year, in no particular order: Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, a Vegas heist involving zombies. How can it go wrong? How can it go wrong?
With
Indeed.
a fun trailer too.
The Many Saints of Newark, a return to The Sopranos by its creator, a feature-length film. The HBO's got its full, and the Warner's got their full power behind. Like, again, it's got to be a surefire hit, right? Losing Star Trek: The Next Generation, Jeff Bezos. We've had a checkered past with him. We were having a great time through the pandemic watching Star Trek with our fans online. It was a great weekly ritual. Ripped away. I think that's more Paramount's fault than Jeff Bezos, but he's the richest man in the world. He could have blocked that.
Oh yeah, he could
He
have
could have
bought
done us
Paramount.
all. He could, yeah, yeah, yeah. He could have the big space fan man could have put it into all this, but he didn't. He
Hmm.
didn't. The Book of Boba Fett. Boy, the Boba Fett leading a crime family on seedy old Tatooine. That looked like a lot of fun. And then finally, Doom Patrol Season 3. I guess I'm the only one on this island, but I fucking love Doom Patrol. And I was excited as hell for Season 3 to start. Let's open the old golden oldie envelope and see how they fared. I think this might be a you and me only category, and I'm not sure why everybody else is not allowed to express their disappointment, but
Hmm.
we don't hear from the community on this one. 2021's Bald Move Award for Biggest Disappointment goes to The Book of Boba Fett. Is it
Oh
appropriate
yeah,
to clap?
I agree. I think so.
Boo! Boo! Uh, yeah, man, this show kind of sucked.
Hmm.
Unless you were a 7 or 8 year old watching this in pajamas with a bowl of cereal on your lap, or a father or mother of that child that's reliving your Star Wars glory through it. It's rough, pretty rough. Rounding out the disappointments for this year was The Witcher season 2, which failed to capitalize on the hype of season 1, and this bald mover's opinion. Black Widow, too little, too late for the Black Widow legend. The Mosquito Coast reboot 2021 series. No, The High
Uh-oh.
Life Watch Party. Robert Pattinson. Science fiction.
Oh,
Masturbation
masturbation box.
boxes.
Hmm.
How could it go wrong? Well, it did. And then finally, Marvel's The Eternals. Just, you know, it's no Guardians. Let's put it that way. All
That's for
right,
sure.
enough of that bummer category.
Yeah, we've got another positive category here. One that I'm excited about because there were a lot of good shows that debuted this year and or had a pilot. This is the best debut or pilot category. The nominees this year include Loki. Which everybody knows Loki, right? Does that need an introduction?
Nah, if it's a Disney Plus Marvel, it doesn't need an introduction.
One that might is Foundation. That's based on Isaac Asimov's work. It was considered largely unfilmable, and David S. Goyer had the audacity to come along and try and film it, and we think it turned out pretty well. Yellow Jackets, which is a Showtime show about cheerleaders who get or cheerleaders, a girls soccer team,
That's
high school girls
sexist.
soccer team, who gets stuck in the mountains after their plane crashes and has to resort to various measures to stay alive. And it's very
Various measures.
yeah,
Oh.
various measures. Reservation Dogs, which was in its first season, as I mentioned earlier, with the comedy category. And finally, Invincible, which is an animated superhero show, akin to something like The Boys in tone, but very interesting. So that's our list. Let's find out this fancy golden envelope here. Can you even tell it's gold with my lights on it, or does it look white?
It's very shiny. It's very shiny.
All right, let's find out who won best debut and or pilot. Probably or. Uh-oh, this one's a little more stuck here. Yep, I'm gonna need a letter opener. Anybody got a letter opener? The
I
production
know a
team's
sweet
just
Jon
shaking their
Snow
head
one.
at
It's
me.
just,
No,
yeah, yeah.
no, you're on your own, buddy. All right, 2021's Bald Move Award for Best Debut or Pilot goes to Yellow Jackets. Showtime's Yellow Jackets.
Congratulations to the Yellow Jackets team.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
this is not because this is a nebulous category. Is it? What does that mean? Debut, pilot? Is it the first episode? Is it the first season? It's kind of both those, neither. But this
Yeah.
has had got it all. This was a great first season, and that pilot had to do a lot of heavy lifting
Hmm.
because it had to introduce and promise some concepts to deliver on that arguably we weren't ready as an audience to see. And it really set the hook deep as far as it goes for me.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of pure pilot contenders this year because a lot of these series that we were considering are going to be series, not just a limited series.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fair this year. Rounding out this list was Hawkeye at number 6, Squid Game number 7, Mayor of Easttown, Midnight Mass, and Schmigadoon.
What did the
So
ball move community think?
had a pretty
What,
good list
or,
there. As far as the community goes, they agreed with us. Yellow Jackets
there you
was
go.
number 1. However, barely number 1. They actually agreed with us on number 2 as well. Foundation at 17% of the vote. Yellow Jackets only had 18, so it's barely
Neck and
snuck by
neck.
there. Yeah,
The squeaker.
and it's all pretty even here. We had Reservation Dogs at number 3. The audience put Loki at number 3. We had Invincible at number 4. Squid Game came in at number 4 for the audience. And Loki was our number 5. Reservation Dogs was their number 5.
By the way, I forget if I mentioned this up front, but we have hours of deliberations. I talk about those deliberations that we do to get these categories, and we've recorded them all, and we are releasing them. They'll probably come out a little bit after the ceremony, perhaps. But if you're wondering, like, why the hell did they make? We recorded all of our justifications and rationalizations for everything. Some of them strong, some of them flimsy.
Oh, some of them very
You can
flimsy.
check it out. There is at least a dozen hours of deliberations behind this thing. So
Oh, yeah.
check that out on baldmove.com in the prestige category.
That's it.
Best debut pilot in the books. I will say that I feel like the pilot aspect of this is being diminished because it feels this is something Dan Harmon's bitched about a lot. But like these shows coming out now are much more novel type things where they don't give a shit about hooking you in the first chapter. They expect that you're going to give them at least a couple. So those days of just banger pilots, I don't know. They might be fewer and far between. Next up, a big category, the best first run bald movie. We had 28 last year. This was such a small category that we couldn't even run it.
Yeah.
We had to open it up to just all the bald movies that we talked about, and it was kind of a mixed bag this year between the online premieres that we were able to attend, and because coronavirus was tamped down enough, we could go back to the theaters in a limited way. We got to see 28 movies this year, first run movies.
Wow.
So return to form for the category itself. Your nominees, again, in no particular order: Harder They Fall, a Netflix cowboy adventure; Spider-Man: No Way Home; The Suicide Squad, the reboot of the stupid Suicide Squad; Dune 2021 version, the Denis Villeneuve version; and finally Candyman. Strong contenders. Who's going to get the Baldy Gold? Who's going to win the Stewart? Who's going to win the Patrick? Let's see. Tearing open the envelope. Best first run bald movie 2021. We have the first ever tie. The first ever tie, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Dune 2021 and Spider-Man No Way Home. We came to a deadlock. I wanted Dune, Jim wanted Spider-Man, and we decided, fuck it. There was no way to resolve this. They both won.
There
So
was actually a way to resolve it. If you listen to our deliberations, we
Do we
flipped
flip a coin?
We flipped a coin for this one, and I believe the coin says that Dune technically won.
Well, then fuck that. Dune won the category.
Though
Dune, congratulations to Dune. I forgot about the point.
Strongly contest the results of this category. Strongly.
At the number 3 slot, Harder They Fall, then the Suicide Squad and Candyman. The community had Dune agreeing with me and the coin flip. That's a three-way confirmation. 29% with Spider-Man eking out 25%. and Suicide
Okay.
Squad 13%. That's the last double digits. It went down from there. So
Wow.
pretty strong, correlating around Dune and Spider Man. Rounding out the top 10, some honorable mentions: No Time to Die.
Hmm.
At 6, 7, Shanghai, The Legend of Ten Rings, Shang-Chi, not Shanghai, Jesus. Number 8, A Quiet Place Part 2. Number 9, Encanto. And number 10, 8-Bit Christmas.
Nice. Did we did
Best
we
bald movie
did we clap for any of
2021
these
in the
movies? I
books.
felt like we didn't.
Clap to everybody. Yeah.
Sure.
No, I definitely gave it up for the tie. And then
I was
also the
too
realization
disappointed
that I
too.
won.
Yeah. All right. We've got yet another category.
Another fun one.
This is an interesting one. I'm not sure we have done this one in the past. This might be a new category.
Brand new category.
If you're not aware, every Sunday night over on twitch.tv/baldmove, Aaron and I sit down with the audience of anywhere from 50 to 100 people, and we watch movies. And Amazon
Hmm.
has this feature through Twitch and Amazon Prime that lets you actually watch the movie with us, as long as you have a
Yep.
Prime account. And it's a ton of fun. And this used to be where we did the Star Trek watch parties too, before Bezos and Paramount conspired to take that away.
And
But
I can't stress this enough. If you have an Amazon Prime account, and I know a lot of you do, this is completely free. It
yeah,
takes like 30 seconds to link it to your free Twitch account, and boom, you can just watch movies with us.
yeah, it's a ton of fun. So the best watch party category includes in the top 5 in no particular order Predator. Does that need an introduction? Arnold Schwarzenegger mows down the jungles of some South American country.
South America, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they say which one it is.
It's
Arachnophobia.
it's a gardening movie at its core.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about horticulture.
Arachnophobia, which is all about Jeff
Ugh.
Daniels being scared of spiders, and I don't blame him,
And
especially in that
Aaron
movie.
too, turns out.
Yep. The Happening, which is M. Night Shyamalan's The Wind is Deadly movie, I
Yeah,
think.
what if trees attacked?
Yeah,
They're not going
yeah,
to be able to move. They're not going to be. They're still trees. They're not like ints. This isn't Lord of the Rings. They're just going to attack you.
yeah. Boy, that's an interesting movie. Mac and Me, which is boy, how much do I remember of the plot of that movie? I definitely know there are aliens involved, and a child picks up an alien somewhere along
It's
the
the
way.
best. It's the best alien movie I've ever seen, where a child in a wheelchair gets flung off a cliff.
Yeah, you've certainly seen that clip.
Hmm.
And rounding out the top 5 here, Virtuosity, which is Wesley Snipes and the Gladiator dude, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's a cop trying to catch a half digital Wesley Snipes terrorist character. I don't know exactly how to describe that movie, but boy, it was fun.
Kind of long. It's like Fugitive meets Lawnmower Man.
Uh huh.
It's Denzel Washington,
Oh,
by
is
the
it
way,
Denzel?
not Wesley
Okay,
Snipes.
I get my Denzel and Wesley Snipes. You know they're so similar. Uh,
Yeah,
all right, let's
one's a
find
bigger fan
out.
of paying taxes than the other, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Let's find out who won the best watch party for Bald Move 2021. And the winner for the 2021 Bald Move Award for Best Watch Party goes to Mac and Me. Oh,
Mac and Me.
congratulations, Mac and Me.
Congratulations to Mac and Me.
How could it not?
Largely on the strength of the contribution it gave to the Bald Move community.
Hmm.
If you've seen on our Discord or any other place a weird emoji that looks like two ET hands cupping something, the aliens communicate by whistling, and this just really tickled our audience. And they came up before we came up with the emotes. They came up with an ASCII way using brackets and
Hmm.
slashes to represent it. But yeah, you'll often see that go up in a show of Bald Move: solidarity, support, approval, sympathy. It's just like in alien movies. It means everything. You
Right.
just whistle and then let your heart speak through your lips and your hands somehow.
Uh,
What did the
it,
community think?
the community had some very different ideas from what we
All
did.
right, this is valuable information.
The number one movie, according to the community, the number one watch party was Back to the Future, with 14% of the vote.
All right, and you know what? That was one of our more successful. I think we had 3-digit attendance for that one. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
people
like
lining up for the Marty McFly machine.
Absolutely, which would explain why it got such a high percentage. But also, I feel like people were voting largely on the movie too. Like their experience might be a little bit different from ours, because
Mm,
Galaxy Quest was number two, and
yep.
that's a very
Excellent
nostalgic,
movie.
fun movie. Predator was number three. That actually matched on our list. We had it at number three as well. Aliens was number four, and Sharknado was number six. Those tied with 6% each.
Sharknado. So many torsos per second.
Yeah,
It's a leading movie indicator.
and we had a
All
few of
right.
those in our top 10 as well. Back to the Future and Sharknado came in six and
Yeah.
seven.
Yeah, we were going for like what was most fun and funny for us,
Mm-hmm.
because as hosts of it, sometimes we don't pay the closest attention to the movie, and it's
Yeah,
more of like making jokes and having fun than it is. But sometimes, if it's a movie we've seen a million times, you get the best of both worlds. So, congratulations to all the watch parties who competed and won. Okay, this is the opposite of the other category. This is where no. I'm sorry. This is not. We both get a say in this. The biggest miss. So this is the category where we recognize things that are outside the Bald Move Empire, things that the light of the Empire did not shine upon, things that either we didn't see and we should have, or maybe things we didn't see and maybe we had a unique qualification to talk about it. Like there's a particular good bald move type of thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the biggest miss. It's the stuff that we didn't podcast we should have.
mm-hmm.
In no particular order, the nominees are King Richard. So this is the Will Smith biopic about the father of Venus and Serena Williams. I think it's an interesting angle because I don't know how many people know this, but King Richard is a Jehovah's Witness and raised his girls in that upbringing. And I've not seen this movie yet, but I'm very curious to see it just to see how they touch on that aspect of it, if they do at all. Mayor of Easttown. This is essentially a gender bent True Detective story, and we love True Detective. Probably could have done a good job on it. The White Lotus. This is rich people, some kind of mystery comedy in an exotic resort kind of thing. Didn't interest me, but a lot of people. It was on a lot of people's top 10 lists, top 20 lists, and that's always a potential miss for us. Squid Games took the internet by storm. It was a big breakout crossover hit for Netflix. It spawned tons of merch. You can't go anywhere without seeing those fucking plushies of the triangle, circle, square
I was
guys.
gonna say it kind
And
of stole PlayStation's thunder a little bit with its
it did.
symbology.
It did. It blew blew the DualShock controller off the
Mm-hmm.
map. And then finally, Succession. Succession. Uh, our biggest miss category. What's it going to be? Here's the golden envelope. What did we fuck up this year?
Surely nothing. Surely nothing.
Yeah, it's a blank envelope.
What?
Hey,
What?
we did a good job.
Wow.
By Gemini's estimation, 2021's biggest miss was Succession.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations for your third season of being snubbed by Bald Move, Succession. uh, Followed by Mayor of Easttown, The White Lotus, Squid Games, King Richard. We also, honorable mentions going to Dope Sick, which I still want to see about the
Mm,
opioid
I
crisis.
don't want to see
Made.
that. I'm reading that in the
You don't want
news
to see
every
that?
day. No thanks.
That's true. Made, who has Margaret Qualley, right, in it, and
Yeah.
it's about navigating the social welfare safety net system in America, and then finally Underground Railroad. The Community, a shocking result. The number one bald move miss. Yellow Jackets.
Oh
Yellow
yeah.
Jackets.
Wow.
Incredible. Now I will say that I thought we did pretty all right by Yellow Jackets on Off the Clock,
Mm-hmm.
but it was an episode by episode, full speculation, spoiler type of coverage. I think Jim and I are both on the same page of doing that next year.
I
When
would like
when
to.
Yellow
Yeah.
Jackets season 2 comes out, we want to hit that. 15% of the community says we missed on Yellow Jackets. 14% Succession season 3.
Hmm.
Can you believe it?
I f-
Followed by For All Mankind, 13%. That's another surefire. Season 3 comes out. I will shove things off the schedule to cover it. The Witcher season 2, kind of disagree on that, and Squid Games, number 6. But you know what? That's why the community gets a vote. I have to read it.
Yeah, I feel like
Uh,
we judge these categories differently. For you and I, we take into account what we could have potentially covered, and I feel like Yellow Jackets was not one of those shows because it's a season one, it's an unknown quantity, it's on Showtime,
who's on
it's
Showtime? Yeah,
yeah,
who the fuck
it's
watches
not
Showtime?
going to get coverage from us. But Succession is a third season show on HBO. It's got a lot of acclaim, so I feel like our choice makes sense for us, and the audience's choice certainly makes sense for them.
The producers are saying that there's an important development in the biggest miss category. Some intrepid soul has commissioned a podcast for Succession. Jim and I are being bribed to watch and podcast on it in a very real, literal sense. Money has exchanged hands. There's some payola, some pay for play. So you Succession heads are going to get some success in your Succession come 2022, sooner rather
Cool.
than later, probably in the next couple months. Two episodes of Succession will be coming our way.
Hmm.
We'll see. We'll see. This might have stunning upset potential for 2022.
We'll see. All right, next category. This is a big one. Best female actor. Boy, there are a lot of people on this list. This and the male
Huge
actor
list.
category are big lists. We had a lot of great
Prestigious
performances this
category.
year. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's a pretty good list, but we'll see what everybody else thinks here. The nominees for Best Female Actor in no particular order: Kara G. I still don't know how to say her name. I feel like it's G. As drummer in The Expanse. Christina Ricci as Misty in Yellow Jackets. Laura Byrne as Demerzel in Foundation. Tania Miller as Zephyr Halima Ifa in Foundation. And Sonia Walger,
Mm-hmm.
sure, as Molly Cobb for All Mankind. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh
Drum
boy.
roll.
Oh, this envelope's just coming apart at the seams, man. Not in a neat fashion. All right, let's see if we can squeeze it out. Here we go. The winner for 2021's Bald Move Award for Best Female Actor goes to Sonia Walger as Molly Cobb for All
Yes.
Mankind. Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Congratulations to the space lady.
Yeah. Boy, what a fantastic season for her, huh?
My
She,
favorite character, and I think she had this is a true ensemble cast. There is not a
yeah,
star of the show in particular, but her story of dealing with the baddest ass lady in space, dealing with the fallout from her heroics early season 2. I'm trying not to spoil
yeah.
things, particularly some of the scenes where she was trying to recapture. Uh, well, maybe not recapture, just hold on to what she had in the seat of a jet fighter.
Hmm.
Just spectacular. Just really some beautiful performances and all the filmmaking kind of coming together to support her. God, I love For All Mankind.
Yeah, there were so many big performances. We have in the number 8 position, rounding out our top 10, was Chris Marshall, Danielle from For All Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we also had several others here, rounding out the top 10. Juliette Lewis as Natalie from Yellow Jackets. Mackenzie Davis as Kirsten for Station 11. Like I said, Chris Marshall as Danielle for All Mankind. Jasmine Savoy Brown as Teen Thaisa from Yellow Jackets. And Hannah Waddingham, I feel like Aaron shoehorned her on here. Actually, I was
Had
fighting
the
pretty hard for her because, boy, she had some great stuff in as Rebecca
She's
in
10
Ted
foot
Lasso.
tall and she's number 10 on her list. What can I do? What can I do?
Uh,
I stand my Amazon queen.
let's see what the audience thought because what the
Yes.
community thinks.
I'm
This is a good
guessing
list here.
I'm guessing drummer.
You guessed right. Kara G as drummer in The Expanse got 26% of the vote, a full 11% higher than the next runner-up. Who
She
was?
did really good work in season 6 of The Expanse. Some of the
Oh yeah.
scenes, she had, I think, some of the best of the short work. And she also that scene with her and Dominic Tipper where she's being brought into the Martian Terran alliance, kind of against her better judgment and will.
Hmm.
Stunning, excellent work.
And then some very good stuff also in the final moments of that series,
Sure, sure.
arguing with Avasarala and Holden and all
Oh yeah,
the inners.
big deal politics.
Yeah,
Belter's playing at the end.
Good stuff. Number 2 was Hannah Waddingham as Rebecca in Ted Lasso for 15% of the vote.
Damn straight.
Community thought Christina Ricci was third as Misty in Yellow Jackets with 12%.
Misty, you said was your favorite character of the year.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
just
the
really loved
deliberation.
watching Christina Ricci's performance. It's so weird and so good.
She's really good at weird performances, right?
She
Like
is,
Christina
yeah.
Ricci has made a whole fucking career out of just weird, bizarre. Even the commercial stuff she does, like Wednesday Addams, is
Yeah.
weird, like defined by weird. Yeah, what a glorious weirdo.
I'm excited to see the Renaissance happening right now.
Me too.
Dominic Tipper came in number 4 as Naomi in The Expanse, which she's always
Love
great.
the Ladies of the Expanse.
And then Mackenzie Davis rounding out the top 5 for the community as Kirsten in Station 11, 9% of the vote.
She's real good.
Yeah.
Okay, our ninth category, the best bald move moment of 2021. This is the moment where, or this is the category. This is the Baldy Gold. The Jim and I don't touch. This is a purely the writer, the listeners submit the topic, submit all the choices, and then our round 2, y'all vote for them. So this is 100% the bald move community vote. Let's find out. The best bald move community vote or community moment in no particular order was breaking the $20,000 barrier for Curals on the
Wow.
Groundhog Marathon.
Yeah.
Technically, this is a 20 that this happens every fucking year. I'm not going to fight it anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to make an exception that the Groundhog Day celebration for the current year is eligible for last year's Baldy because you guys are just going to continue to nominate anyway. So fuck it. And this was a great moment.
Yeah, I feel like I want to clap just for that moment alone.
Clap just for that
Yeah.
moment. We've had 2 years working with the Curals folks. They're wonderful people to work with, and it's a great charity. And I'm just blown the fuck away. Like this is such a huge Anyway,
I mean,
it's,
this feels a little self-congratulatory that the community is nominating this moment because they did it, right? Like
they did it. It's true.
We were just
That's
there
true.
Presiding over the event. They're the ones who made that happen.
Yeah, we just existed. You guys gave
Yeah.
the money. A very belter Christmas. That's a really nice thing for y'all to say that you really appreciated.
Yeah.
Jim and I worked hard on that little audio drama. The summertime badass rankings, something we kind of did on a lark, and it really resonated with people, and it's so much fun. We're gonna do it again. So look forward in July for the return of the badasses returning again. Jim's Lawnmower Man. Haven't had a Lawnmower Man for about 5 years. This was the early goings when the Bald Moose Studios in Jim's old studio apartment. And they tracked us down. Just when we thought we were out, the Lawnmower Man pulled us back in.
It isn't so much a bald move moment as it is just the entire year. Because holy shit, that guy was out there snow blowing.
Whenever we do a live recording, the Lawnmower Man will be there.
And he was here for the next bald move moment as well. Holy shit.
Yes, David S. Goyer, Crashing the Foundation podcast. David S. Goyer, the showrunner for Foundation, just sent us unsolicited feedback, and we got him on the podcast a couple times, and it was a delight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the best bald move moment of 2021 is by lights of our readers, our listeners, however they consume our media. David S. Goyer, Crashing the Foundation podcast. Congratulations to David S. Goyer, Crash. You know what? We actually probably could have got him on to accept it, and
we probably could.
But I would have to know more than 24 hours that he'd won, and this is the thing where like I don't know until I compile the poll results. So, following that is a very belter Christmas, then a summertime badass rankings, Jim's Lawnmower Man, and breaking the $20,000 barrier for Curals, rounding out the top 5. The top 10 included Aaron's 5 monitor power. I have 5 monitors on my desk, and it's kind of hilarious. Return to the Campy Walking Dead coverage. Last year was Return to the Walking Dead coverage, but you know what? Walking Dead's kind of returned to form in its final year, and we're getting some good haymakers landed on it. Number 8, Sci-Fi Sundays. Number 9, our shared general dissatisfaction with Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars properties, which I'm surprised that got as high as it did. And then finally, 10, the Gremlins podcast.
Oh, nice.
Star Wars dissatisfaction resonating with the older Gen X community, apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you for those wonderful bald move moments. Again, I had no idea what's ever going to come out of that thing, and we got some baldy gold out of it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Next up is a brand new category for this year.
Mm.
It's something that we have done over the years. We've compiled a list over the years. This has gone way back.
This is
This
by far
idea
the
is
oldest
10
bald
years
move
old.
tradition. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this was the number 4 bald Blue Yonder podcast, which is the first
Hmm.
ever podcast Jim and I did together.
And
We've been
it's
obsessed.
the first time it felt overdue to incorporate it into the Baldies here. So this category is the biggest badass of the year, and I want to stress the of the year part because there are a lot of badasses on our list. Some of them made movies this year, some of them didn't. And the ones that made movies this year, maybe they're badasses of the past. Maybe, Arnold Schwarzenegger makes a movie every once in a while. He doesn't automatically carry the baggage of being Arnold Schwarzenegger into whatever roles he's taken on this year. It's got to be what happened this year. So our nominees, in no particular order, are Yahya Abdul Mateen II as Morpheus and Candyman. He got 2 roles in.
Dual badasses. That's got to help.
Yeah. Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho in Dune.
Super
Idris
badass.
Idris Elba as Deadshot and Rufus Buck, another twofer here in the Suicide Squad and Harder They Fall.
2 badasses and one male body.
Lakeith Stanfield, he can't quite fit 2 badasses in his male body. It's not as big as Idris.
Too sparse a frame.
yeah. But Lakeith Stanfield is Cherokee Bill in Harder They Fall. And Frankie Adams as Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper from The Expanse.
Ooh.
I gotta know.
Oh boy, I'm excited. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
Oh, look at that envelope just coming right open. It wants to be read.
It's too much badass.
Too much badass stuffed into one envelope. And the winner for the 2021 Bald Move Award for Badass of the Year goes to Frankie Adams as Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper in The Expanse.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The structural support of the entire show, as she was so often in the starship she rode in.
Yep.
Goddamn, what an all-time badass. And I gotta say, I've recently finished the final trilogy of the Expanse books. She continues to be just a stellar badass. I really want to see more Expanse because my God, I gotta see them complete the story just to get more badass Bobby moments.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, not making it in the top 5 here are the other badasses from The Expanse, but I feel like Bobby stands head and shoulders above them, literally.
Yeah, shocking result that Amos didn't make it on the list, but there's so much badass and only wasn't his season. Wasn't his season.
Rounding out our top 10 list, we'll get to the community here in a second, but rounding out our top 10 is John Cena as Peacemaker, Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian.
And remember, John Cena was only qualified for the Suicide Squad. The
Right.
Peacemaker came in entirely. He's going to make some noise in the 2022 badass list for sure.
Yeah, I felt like that handicapped him a little bit. Jonathan Majors as He Who Remains and Nat Love in Loki and Harder They Fall. Lee Pace as Brother Day or Emperor Cleon in Foundation.
Unconventional badass, but undeniable.
Absolutely. And Dave Bautista as, oh boy, Glossu
The Beast Rabin.
Okay, Rabin. Sure. From Dune. Let's find out what the community thought, because I'm excited to know. Oh boy, I'm liking the community's list here. Number 1 for the community matched ours. Frankie Adams is Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper from The
What's the
Expanse.
percent?
17.
What's the percent? All right.
These top 3 are neck and neck. It's crazy. Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho came in second with 16% of the vote. And then John
neck and size 21 neck. They're just all stacked up.
Yeah, John Cena might have the biggest neck as Peacemaker, 15%, number 3.
See, I bet a lot of people forgot that this is only for the Suicide Squad.
I think so.
Or he's also just a big fucking badass.
Could be. Idris Elba was number 4 for the community as Deadshot and Rufus Buck with 10%, and then Lee Pace rounded out the top 5 for the community.
All right, Lee Pace getting some credit for his very, very powerful, persuasive, large and in charge Brother Day. All right, we've got one of the first of the prestige categories. Best male actor. These are again. This is not. This is only open to movies, correct? And it's only thing, or no, it's only open
No.
to TV shows.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
not movies. These are just TV shows, and it's stuff that we had to have coverage on in some way, some capacity for Bald Move.
Hmm.
In no particular order, the best male actors: Leap Pace as Brother Day from Foundation, Terrence Mann as Brother Dusk from Foundation,
Hmm.
Michael Dorman, he's Gordo on For All Mankind, Himesh Patel as Jeevan Chaudhary
Chaudhary. Yeah.
from Station 11, and Jason Sudeikis as Ted from Ted Lasso, the mustache man
Mm.
himself.
It's a good category.
It's a good category. Strong contenders.
Yeah.
Really fun deliberations. There's like an hour and a half, 2 hours of deliberations for each of these actor categories, and here
Yeah.
we go. Wrestling out of the gold envelope. The 2020 award for Best Male Actor goes to Michael Dorman as Gordo for All Mankind.
All
Way to
right.
go, Gordo.
For All Mankind,
Way to
taking down
go.
both actor categories. Wow. Wow.
That's true. Oh my God,
He has
that's
some
true.
stellar acting in that show.
Close behind him, Himesh Patel as Jeevan from Station 11, then Lee Pace as Brother Day, Foundation. Also, his brother, Terrence Mann, Brother Dusk on Foundation, and Jason Sudeikis as Ted Lasso. The community, at the tune of 24%, thought Lee Pace was the
Wow.
best male actor, followed by Jason Sudeikis, 19% for Ted Lasso. Brett Goldstein as Roy. He's here, he's
Ah,
there, he's everywhere at 10%.
I believe he's
Himesh
every
Patel,
fucking where.
he's every fucking. Well, I'm trying not to swear at the Baldies. Come
It's the
on.
Baldies. This is a dirty show.
ABC's going to drop us if we keep talking this way.
Ah.
As Jeevan got 8% from Station 11, and Matt Berry as
Oh,
Laszlo,
wow.
What We Did in the Shadows, 8%.
You know, we talked about
Uh,
him, but he's
yeah.
playing Matt Berry.
Yeah.
It's hardly
And
a
it's a great
performance.
fucking role. It's a
Yeah.
great fucking role. Rounding out our top 10, the honorable mentions: David Wilmont as Clark from Station 11, Nick Mohammed as Nate from Ted Lasso. Uh, what a fucking villain. Joel
Yeah.
Kinnaman as Ed Baldwin for All Mankind, Nicholas Holt as Peter the Great. Yeah, the deliberations, we go in a lot about what tickled our fancy about these guys, and Matt Berry made
Hmm.
our top 10 as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations to everyone, especially Michael Dorman on For All Mankind.
Absolutely.
Another category in the books.
All right. Let's get to category number 12 here. Biggest surprise. So everybody knows the definition of surprise, right? I don't need to go too deep into it, but this is our particular surprise. So like if something wasn't on our radar, right? Like there's so many shows that come out every year. Yellow Jackets might be one, right? Something that just shows up out of nowhere. We had no expectations. We go in and boom, we are in love with the thing. That's our biggest surprise. It can also be I think in the past we've done commissions here. People who have commissioned podcasts for us to watch a movie or something, and we end
Great
up,
way for to get
yeah,
a
just
commission on.
finding something new that we had no idea existed. So let's get to top five in no particular order. The nominees are The Guest, which is shit. What's his name? What's the
Oh
actor's name?
fuck. Yeah, cousin Matthew.
Uh
It's
huh.
Dan Stevens. Dan
Stevens, yes,
Stevens.
Dan Stevens. A horror film. This is such a weird movie. If you want to hear more about it, go to the deliberations. Next up is Reservation Dogs, which we already talked about. Mortal Kombat 2021. This, I think, everybody has low expectations for, extremely low expectations given its history. Invincible, which kind of came out of nowhere for me. I heard a little bit about it, kind of knew what it was. I'm not super partial to animated stuff, so that made the list. The Suicide Squad. I think everybody knows why this could be a big surprise. Yeah, I mean Zack Snyder kind of fucked everything up before. Let's find out who actually won biggest surprise. And the winner of the 2021 Bald Move Award for Biggest Surprise is Reservation Dogs. Wow. All right. You're hold on, you're muted.
Shit. Surprise
Let
was the
me
biggest surprise.
let me do that over.
Okay.
I guess there's going to be a cut here, I suppose. I don't know. And the winner for 2021 Bald Move Award for Biggest Surprise is Reservation Dogs. Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh yeah.
Congratulations to Reservation Dogs. I hadn't even heard like a couple of people on Twitter the week or two after this came out. It's like you're sleeping on Reservation Dogs. You should really check it out. And I looked into it. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. Taika Waititi is
Yeah.
involved, and I've loved everything he's done. I'm going to get into this, and then we ended up watching the whole thing, talking about it a lot on Off the Clock. I laughed, I cried.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what they do with season 2.
Yeah. And I think, a couple of the reasons it won because it ran the gamut as far as the human emotional experience. It was both hilarious and sad at times. And then also it gave an insight into a life that I don't often see insights into. That Native American experience here in America is something that's pretty opaque that I don't get to see a lot. So that was exciting. And then rounding out our list, we actually didn't even have 10 for this. We only had 8. Loki was number 6, Squid Game was 7, and WandaVision was 8.
What did the community think?
There was no community vote.
Oh,
so our biggest surprise.
Well,
not their biggest
we don't
surprise.
care. We don't care what surprises y'all. I wonder, is that an oversight
Nothing
by
could
me?
surprise the internet. I don't know.
Which brings us to another prestige commission, or best prestige category I just gave away. It's the best commission. If you don't know, you can go to support.baldmove.com. You can pay us a fixed amount of money, and we will watch 2 to 3-ish hours of your favorite content and tell you what we think about it. It's a brave act. It's a generous act, but it can really pay off dividends. Now we have a system. The MIFS system. That stands for media quality, interest, fun, and surprise, and we have a 5-point grading scale for each of those, and that allows us to get the movies in rough category, the TV shows in rough category, and then Jim and I also just feel free to disregard that when we want to get the result that we want, because again, it's the Baldies. This isn't science. But yeah, if you want to see how we scored this, again, I highly recommend looking up the deliberation for this category and checking it out. In no particular order, the nominees for winner for this category are Predator, all-time action great, 2001: A Space Odyssey, the godfather of science fiction in the modern media age, Jurassic Park, a nostalgic favorite, Invincible, season 1, episode 1, and episode 8, a risky. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the confidence to commission the first and last episode of a thing and being like, give a fully formed opinion on that, and it working out? And finally, World of Tomorrow, Don Hertzfeld's magnum animated sci-fi time traveling mind bending opus. What are we going to think? What is the community going to think?
That's
Commission
the better
podcast. It's just, oh, this is a particularly sticky one. Particularly sticular. All right. Boy, let's just. Envelope did not want to give up its goods, man. 2021's Bald Move Award for Best Commission Podcast. The winner, Jurassic Park. Congratulations, Jurassic Park. And it's Commissioner Superfan Sheldon. Thank you so much. Me and Jim had a wonderful time revisiting memory lane. These nostalgic
new appreciation for the movie too, which was surprising.
Yeah. This movie holds. Also, it's a great. It's always great to watch a Spielberg film and just see how the man works.
Yeah.
Because what a fucking storyteller. Number 2, nipping by in its heels like a T-Rex chasing a slow-moving Jeep is the Predator. Then 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is a strong top 3.
Yeah.
This is like everything about Bald Move. It's the joy and nostalgia. It's the dumb, badass fun. And it's the cerebral what-if science fiction.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions include Tombstone at number 6. God, it's a great podcast. 7, Almost Famous. 8, The Guest with Dan Stevens.
Mhm.
9, True Romance, the not Quentin Tarantino film. And in 10, Lost in Translation, another great flick. The Community, overwhelming favorite, 31% Jurassic Park.
Nice.
So congratulations on picking a winner, guys. Followed by Invincible season 1 and episode 1 and 8 at 15%, and 2001: A Space Odyssey 14%, Predator 13%. Really steep fall off at that. True Romance 5%.
Mm.
Uh, so yeah, clearly result there. Bald move. The hosts and community speak with one voice. Jurassic Park, the best commissioned podcast. Congratulations, Sheldon, 2-time
Yeah.
community and bald move winner. Congratulations, and thanks to all of our commissioners. You guys really have support us generously, and we appreciate it.
All right. Next category. This is one that might need a little explaining, though it's not a new category. We've done this several years running. It's
Mm-hmm.
highest risk, highest reward. The idea here is movie studios have a tendency to want to capitalize on a lot of their properties, and some of those properties are beloved by fans. And some of the projects they come out with trying to capitalize on that aren't so beloved. I can think of like Ghostbusters being one where the audience kind of turned on it. And this category tries to recognize projects that have a high potential of not living up to the history of their franchise, or there are some other exceptions in there, but there's also the idea of like, hey, this is a very hard thing to do. And if you do it successfully, it could be great. But if you do it even slightly less than successfully, it's going to be a disaster. Everyone will hate it. You will diminish the entirety of the audience for this thing somehow. It's an interesting category, and we've got a lot of interesting nominees. So,
The important component is no one's asking for this.
yeah.
The risk of besmirching a property is high, but also the rewards.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be that no one's asking for it, because some of these people are very much asking for. But they're such a risky idea to take on that
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to say. So the nominees in no particular order are A Quiet Place Part 2, Foundation, Dune 2021, which I guess is Part 1, I don't know, Candyman, and The Suicide Squad. Let's find out who won. I gotta fake opening this because I already opened it. Uh-oh, I know who won the category. All right. All right, the winner of the 2021 Bald Move Award for highest risk, highest reward goes to Dune. Dune 2020. Denis Villeneuve's Dune 2021.
Dune has been made now 3 times in my lifetime. By David Lynch, by some goofball on science, the Sci-Fi Channel, and now by Denis. And boy, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where this is another series that was kind of considered unfilmable. Like, how can you do it in a single movie? Turns out you can't. You need two.
No.
And it's like, man, as I get so excited for this project, and Jim continues to remind me that this kind of should be an incomplete. Like your grade should be incomplete on this because you only turned in half the assignment. It's possible the back half of Dune sucks,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
But
I doubt it, but we'll see.
yeah, it is still a question mark. Rounding out that top 5 in a particular order, Foundation came in number 2. A Quiet Place Part 2 was number 3. The Suicide Squad was number 4, and Candyman was number 5. And then this is another category where we didn't quite have 10. But rounding out our top 8 was The Matrix Resurrections, Cowboy Bebop, and Many Saints of Newark. I feel like those were all, with the exception of maybe.
See, those are the
Dune
other
and
side of
Foundation.
those are the other sides at a high risk, high reward. A high risk, and maybe they
Right.
didn't all pay off.
Which is
Yeah.
why they didn't make our top 5 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with the exception of Dune and Foundation, these are all things that people were definitely not really asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Bebop, maybe an exception as well. But yeah, that's it. There is no audience, no community selections here.
Because it's a nonsense category that we barely understand. Why
Yep.
would we ask strangers to contribute to it? This is now we've come to the night, the part of the night that we've all been waiting for. This is the most prestigious category. This is why the Baldies were created, to crown the best drama of 2021 in television. It's not movie. It's a television show that we watch on our television screens, and it's dramatic. It's not comedy. It's not funny. That's the category. And our nominees for 2021 in no particular order: the final season, season 6, question mark, of The Expanse, Yellow Jackets premiere season, Foundation's premiere season, For All Mankind season 2, and Station 11 the entirety. Are they're not doing any more of that, right? That was just a one and done, or are they doing more?
I think they're doing more. I'm not sure.
Oh my God, Station 12, watch out for next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
What is this year's best drama gonna be? I don't know. There's so many of them. I'm still looking at it, and I know we picked one, and I can't imagine what it is. How can you pick a winner in that category?
I don't know.
2021's best TV drama is For All Mankind season 2. Holy shit!
Nice.
Sweeping the awards. Did they get all the prestige? They got all the actors.
Yeah.
They got the whole enchilada here. They got the ham bone. Whatever we need
We're in
to.
the tank for it apparently. And we kind of
Apparently.
are, right? It's right up our alley.
It is right up our alley. It's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see season 3. I'm very excited. So that's our number 1 winner. Rounding out the top 10 is The Expanse at number 2, Yellow Jackets at 3, Foundation at 4, Station 11 at 5. Marvel's Loki gets some love at 6. Catherine the Great season 2 at 7. Squid Game at 8. Hawkeye, largely on the basis of it being a Christmas show, on 9, and then WandaVision. It's weird and it's beautiful. It doesn't ultimately hang together, but you know, it's up there. The community. The community judged season 6 of The Expanse, the finale season, as the best at 23%, followed by Succession coming out of nowhere. Coming out of nowhere. Where are the Yellow Jacket stands on this one? Season 3, 17%. For All Mankind, season 2, 12%. Station 11 at 7%. Midnight Mass coming out of nowhere.
Wow.
We did talk about that in deliberations. I liked it. It's a good spooky Halloween show. Number 6. So bold move. We didn't quite see although it's close. We had For All Mankind as 1 and 2. They had Expanse as 1 and For All Mankind as 3. For All Mankind is 1 and Expanse is 2. So that's it. Last category of the Baldies are in the bag. Again, if you want to hear more of us talk about what was the best in 2021, there are 10? At least 9, maybe 10 deliberation files. I'm not sure. Jim might also chop some of them together, break some of them apart.
Probably not. I think there are going to be 9.
9.
Yeah.
So there's 9 separate podcasts and video files that you can watch on youtube.com/baldmove or baldmove. I think these are all going to go out on the Prestige feed. So apologies for people that don't care about stupid award shows, but I know a lot of you do. Compare and contrast with the Oscars in terms of quality and opacity. I think Oscars might win one, but we're definitely going to get the we're definitely going to take home the Baldy Gold on the transparency issue.
Yeah.
Thanks. 2021 was a lot of fun. It was also challenging. We've had such a long Prestige drought, but 2022 looks like it's going to be bringing the thunder. We got the return of Better Call Saul. We've got the return of David Simon and his writing pal George Pelicanos. It's going to be having a new Baltimore-based crime drama for us. We Own This City coming out next month. Lots of prestige coming out. There's lots of great first-run movies. Already got a whole slate of commissions to look forward to. And there's going to be pulp. There's going to be plenty of pulp this year. 2022 maybe even better than 2021. We'll see, or could be worse. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next year for 2022's Baldies. Good night, everybody. Congratulations to all the winners.